Welcome to Capacity TV. Today we have Willem Offerhuis, CEO of iBasis, discussing IPX. Willem, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
With over 90% of iBasis's traffic carried over IP, how important is an IPX platform?
Well, IPX is a very important platform. It's where we see the future going. Clearly, with a multi-layer service, we think that will be the future for our customers. So we have investing heavily in that platform, and clearly with the services that ride on that platform, we now see it growing.
With a lot of companies investing in the IPX platform, how long will it take for the IPX platform to become a mainstream ecosystem in telecoms?
It all depends on the service that ride on the IPX. It will become a mainstream platform in the coming years. It took years to get there, but clearly now we see services like LTE that will ride on IPX, and therefore is a compelling event currently with a huge implementation of LTE around the world. So it will happen, but we also will see that the legacy networks will be there for a time, and we even have to invest in them to keep them up to par.
And what services do you think can be leveraged from an IPX platform?
Well, LTE is one, probably content services in the future. HD voice is another one. So clearly we now see good examples of services that are needed for our customers, where roaming will be important in the future to serve their important business customers. So that's where we see the future going on a short term, and more services will come.
You mentioned legacy networks, and you mentioned there's still a place for it in the telecoms ecosystem, but how long do you think that will last, and is there still a business case for investment?
Well, there is a clear business case because most of that investment has been done in the past. It's depreciated, so it's actually very cheap networks. So for the capacity point of view, it's still a network that will be there for a long time. If you take TDM, most of the MNOs have TDM implemented. They like the quality, and therefore probably it will be there for a while. We are still investing in reporting system, in anti-fraud services, to keep services on those platforms really at a high quality level. And so we never know. We thought when we bought iBasis that we would see migration very soon to IP, and in fact it took much longer than we thought.
We understand you've made a lot of investment into Asia. What is the opportunity there in the continent for iBasis?
Well, Asia has been for the past few years a real good growth market for us. So we're investing that in terms of building out our organization, but also our networks. Clearly now with LTE service, we see a huge implementation and therefore demand for our services in that region. So also for the coming years, we expect that we will be more investing in that region. We have a regional headquarters in Singapore, but also facilities in Hong Kong and in mainland China. So we see it as a good growth area for us, and in our global portfolio, it's becoming a more and more important region.
Of course, KPN bought out iBasis. Has the acquisitions kept with projections for its growth and development?
Well, indeed it has. We've seen double-digit growth over the past 3 years, since 2009. So we're very happy with the results so far, and we see growth opportunities in regions like we just discussed, Asia, but also still in Latin America, where a good growth potential is there.
Thanks, Willem, for your time.
Okay, thanks for having me.